Hey guys, if you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're not, welcome back. So today I am reviewing the Dermacol foundation that's been all over Facebook. It's one of those supposed to be kind of miracle tattoo cover, super high coverage foundations, so I thought I would give it a go. Now you have to be careful, there are a lot of fakes out there, so you have to be quite careful where you buy it from. I bought mine through the official Dermacol website to make sure I was getting the proper product. I have owned it for a while. You can see my tube is fairly damaged. So shade wise, this has 16 shades. Now that's an okay to small shade range, and it does have some quite light shades by the look of the swatches online, but there are like no deep shades, which isn't very inclusive of those with a deeper skin tone who may want some full coverage. But the shades are quite oddly mixed as well, so they have a little table on their website where you can see all the different undertones and things in terms of the colours. So they do have a lot of colours, but they're not exactly numbered in shade order. For example, I have 208 and the lowest numbered shade is 207, but swatch wise 208 does look to be the palest shade. I will insert some swatches here so you can kind of see how the shade compares to some other foundations I own, to see if this may be a shade match for you. So this is the Dermacol foundation in 208. This is the CYO Long Lasting Life Proof foundation in 101. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation in Creamy Vanilla. And this is the Body Shop Fresh Nude foundation in Chelsea Porcelain. Yeah, this is a fairly cheap foundation. It is £8.70, and this is for 30 grams of foundation. Now, it's a squeeze tube, which I'm not always so keen on. Normally I prefer a pump because you have control over how much foundation you're getting out of it. However, it is quite thick looking, therefore I don't think a pump would necessarily work for this product. So I am going to do a longer foundation review, hopefully today, of about 10 to 12 hours. So if you want to see how this foundation applies and wears throughout the day, then keep watching. I ordered the shade 208 in this foundation because to me it looked lighter online than the 207 shade, which I think is supposed to be the lightest shade. So I've just taken this much from the tube and I'm going to pop it on my face. And then, as usual, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to stipple the foundation in. Ooh. So I didn't take a lot. And it's covering quite well. I feel like this is a very extremely full coverage foundation. This is how it's looking to me at the moment. Now the shade is looking a little bit dark for me actually. This is the lightest shade by the looks of it. So I've just realised I did forget to do one side with the sponge, but I will take the sponge and kind of smooth the foundation out and see if I can get it to look a little bit more flawless. I feel like it took away a little bit of coverage just here where you can see a bit of a spot coming through. However, I feel like it kind of makes the foundation look more skin-like, which I think is more important because I do want my foundation to look more natural even though it is extremely full coverage. I think it makes it look more natural because the sponge is adding moisture back into my skin and making the foundation a bit more dewy looking than before. I suppose we can see how the foundation covers on my tattoo on here because this is supposed to be a foundation that covers tattoos, so I think we will put that to the test and see how that goes. So this is my tattoo. I'm just going to pop some foundation onto it. I feel like the foundation is too dark for my skin tone, so it's not exactly going to match, but we can see now if it does cover the tattoo. So it's still peeking through a touch, but I think that's a bit more where it's raised because tattooing is scarring. But it is showing through a little bit, but it does mostly cover tattoos. So I think if this is something you're looking for that purpose, it doesn't do a bad job. So I'm going to give this foundation a couple of minutes to kind of settle into my skin and see if I need to set it with a powder, because I think it will be good for me in terms of testing foundations to try and see how they settle and wear them without a powder if I can do. I have been waiting for a few minutes for the foundation to dry down and it hasn't, so it's definitely not a kind of cream to powder formula. I feel like the foundation has oxidised a bit, so if you look, it does look a bit darker than my neck when it started. Initially, I didn't think the shade would be too bad a match for me. I have kind of used the sponge to smooth them out, but it has definitely settled more into my lines, and I feel like later on it's going to settle a bit further, so that's what I'm concerned about. But I am enjoying the fact that it is really full coverage on my face. So I am going to just pop the rest of my makeup products on. Everything will be listed down below in the description box, and I will be right back. So everything applied really well over this foundation. It all looks really smooth, but like I said, there are some lines kind of settling in here, which I'm not so keen on, but everything else looks really nice and I'm really happy with it. So I think we can see how it wears as the day goes on, because if it wears like this for a long time, I would wear this fairly frequently because it does look really beautiful. For my concealers, I mixed the LA Pro HD Coverage in white and the Collection Lasting Perfection in fair. I set my face on the cheeks and the eyes with the Coty Airspun powder in translucent. To bronze my forehead a bit, I use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sun Bronze. To contour my cheeks, I have gone back to my old favourite, which is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. I just take the light powder shade from here and it's a really nice ashy cool contour. And then for my blush, I took this shade from the Makeup Revolution blush palette. For my highlighter, I used this, which I broke when I dropped my makeup bag in my last video. It's the Makeup Revolution Strobe Highlighter in Everglow Lights. I highlighted the inner corner of my eyes with the Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss Highlighter in Ice Kiss. For my eyebrows, I used the shade I used in my last video, this one, from the Makeup Revolution Redemption palette. For my eyes, I used the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. For my mascara, I used the L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll mascara in black. For my lips, I used the Ciate Lip Velvet in the shade Bittersweet. And I set my spray with my normal Mario Badescu Aloe Herbs and Rose Water spray. Hi guys, so it's about 5 o'clock, so I've been wearing the foundation for about three hours now. Is it 3 hours? 2? 4? Something like that. I've been wearing it for a short while and it has settled into my lines here and here like I anticipated it would. It is looking a bit powdery where I powdered on my cheeks before, so I don't know how well powders are supposed to work on top of it, whether I should have left the foundation longer for 5 minutes to settle, because I just see it settling and looking cakey, and that's really not what I like. I mean, my dry patches here aren't emphasised. I think that's quite a big thing. I think if my dry patches were emphasised, I wouldn't wear this. But then this might be good for mixing in with one of your sheerer foundations to give it more coverage. But it is settling into my lines like I mentioned, so perhaps this might work with the Body Shop foundation. That doesn't settle into your lines. So I think we'll see how it wears for the rest of the day to kind of see how I would mix this again. Hey guys, so it's about midnight, midnight, so I have been wearing the foundation for quite a few hours now. As bad as I anticipated, it's looking a little bit dry on my forehead, but nowhere near as dry as many of my other foundations do. It's not holding the product so well here. There isn't really much of the product left. But apart from that, it's not looking too bad. It is breaking up a little bit under my eyes and along the centre of my face. I think this is a foundation that I'd have to mix. It is far too dark for me, but yeah, I do quite like this foundation. I think it's worth giving a go if you really like the full coverage. It has worked quite well on my dry skin. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and press the subscribe button if you would like to see more of my videos, and turn on that notification bell so you'll always be notified when I upload. Thank you for watching.